Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I got a little bit of a shocking and urgent update I want to bring to you guys. I actually am working on completing a new video with some breaking news and updated information as it relates to the Railroad Workers Union strike, and perhaps maybe some possible solutions to the railroad workers unions being able to renegotiate this failed contract that was ultimately slammed down by President Joe Biden, by Congress, by the Senate, and being signed into law, making it illegal for railroad workers to strike for the contract negotiations that they feel as though that they are due. Now, I'm working on that. It is quite an intensive project, but I hope to be able to complete it and have it to you later this evening. However, what the railroad companies and what Congress and what these lawmakers and what everybody's trying to do is they're trying to pigeonhole and trap folks into this retirement lockdown, basically, where they dangle this carrot over your head and they use it as leverage against you for years and years of terrible employment, terrible quality of life, and just terrible conditions altogether, while slowly taking away a lot of the perks and benefits, reducing the workforce, adding more work onto each employee's plate without added benefits and added compensation for the extra work. Now, the crazy part about it is that, some folks are actually taking steps and taking action as I had originally predicted would happen, where they're not necessarily quiet quitting, they're not necessarily quiet striking, but we are going to see a change from a lot of workers in the railroad, on the railroad, involved members of these unions, as well as existing employees with the tenure nearing retirement, having some added leverage that they could possibly use against these railroad companies. But odds are, would you really want to play that card after having spent so many years in such a terrible place? But it could put you in a position to really pull in a fair amount of money. Now, the other thing is, more and more folks are reaching out, sending emails, direct messaging me in the network on patreon.com/Kevin247 and saying, you know what, at least let me explore my options. I'm nowhere near retiring from the railroad, but I am interested in learning and knowing more and understanding, what options are out there for me, so I don't have to, basically give my life to these railroads, which they're not giving anything back to me besides headache and heartburn. Meanwhile, you would think you have a pro-labor union president on your side who will say anything that he needs to in order to get the votes, but when it comes down to it, he'll quickly and easily sign away any distant, foggy memory of his that he actually said things like that, and basically turn his back on the unions, and with union railroad workers saying that they feel as though they have been stabbed in the back by President Joe Biden for what he has just recently done. And it's terrible, it's tragic, it's real, and it's what we have to deal with. So when life gives you lemons, you go ahead and prepare yourself to get the hell out of there and try to find a way to improve your life, and not necessarily have somebody else or someone else or anyone like that control you. Folks, this is about control. These folks are trying to control the workers, they're trying to control their profits, they're trying to control their costs, and more importantly, they're trying to control the shareholders, because the shareholders are what matters most, not the employees. Maybe not even so much even the companies that are paying these railroad companies like Union Pacific and CSX and Norfolk Southern and Warren Buffett's, Berkshire Hathaway, BNSF. They care more about the shareholders and investors and stock prices and stock valuations than anything else. Everything else takes a back seat. And if you don't think that these folks in Washington aren't shareholders and investors, then you must be living under a rock somewhere, because what are you thinking, folks? Now, I got an email from someone who's actually sharing me information from years ago about, you know, how they I believe it was their parent, their dad worked for the B&O Railroad, and things just aren't what they used to be anymore. And odds are they're not going to get any better. They're only going to get worse. And you know, given the circumstances, perhaps maybe with this information that I've just, this research that I've just concluded, with this story that's being shared, this remarkable story of a BNSF conductor, about the changes that he's making that could potentially start to filter through the entire railroad, through multiple unions, through multiple companies, could mean it could be a big game changer for the railroads, for the employees, for the union workers, and, you know, these owners, and, you know, the massive amounts of revenue and profits that they receive on these folks back every single day. These folks on call 24/7, 365, literally given about 10.5 hours of break time at the most random time, perhaps maybe even the most random location. They are giving their lives to the railroads, but some of them are pushing back and they are not backing down. And I want you guys, if you guys are really interested in knowing more about this, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you're alerted when I put that video up, because I just wrapped up the research. I'm gonna tie it all together and then package it and bring it to you guys, and hopefully, like I said, later this evening. But I think it's going to be something that a lot of folks are going to want to pay attention to, as well as the other people who aren't necessarily tied to the railroad, but are listening to the conversations that we're having, the news that's being shared, the information that's out there, the dots that we're connecting. Folks, this is not a time to panic. This is not a time to be afraid. I'm not trying to scare you or fear monger what these people say you're fear mongering. I'm only sharing with you what's going on in the world, what's happening out there, and helping to try to provide some form of solution for those who are interested. So if you're interested, please feel free to contact me. I'm not going to contact you in the comments section down below. I'm never going to contact you through WhatsApp. But also, please don't just email me and say I need to quit my job, or email me and say I need to make money. Come on, guys, it's going to take a little bit more than that. There's not a money tree out there that's just, you know, printing money leaves that are falling from the sky. But, you know, if you are actually serious about taking control of your finances, taking control of your income, taking control of your employment or lack thereof, taking control of your future, and preparing to generate multiple diverse streams of income, ultimately working towards passive income streams, building small businesses for beginners, investing for beginners, then we can have that conversation. Links in the description. If you're going to get some free stocks from Moomoo, check out the link in the description. Perhaps maybe even you might be interested in investing in some fractional shares and some diverse asset classes like Masterworks. Check that out, as well as there's a link directly to the network. Come on over, join the network. I'm in there pretty much all the time, every day, commenting, messaging, DMing, and posting back and forth to the members, and we're seeing some great results so far. But I gotta run, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that video done, but I wanted to give you an update and let you know it was coming. And if you guys got any questions, or if there's anything you want me to look into, research, or bring you more information on, just feel free to drop a comment down below and let me know. You guys take care, be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.